trying to figure out how to crack the code of how to rank on Google? In this episode, we're going to address exactly what it is that you need to be looking at to ensure that your content has a chance at ranking. Thank you for joining in today's episode. My name is Soph. I'm a SaaS agency business owner, an SEO consultant, and an online business mentor who's been in business since 2015. In today's episode, we're going to be addressing the most important factors and variables that you need to be looking at and tracking in order to ensure that your content is ranking on the first page of Google. If this is your first time finding this channel, be sure to hit subscribe so that you can stay up to date on our weekly content, helping you understand what SEO is and how to build a business through Google, where every month you're compounding leads, gaining new traffic, and driving sales without having to rely on social media. With that being said, let's go ahead and dive into today's content, how to rank on Google. When we're looking at the Google algorithm and Google trends, the most important thing that you want to pay attention to is understanding the metrics that matter. When we're looking at Google ranking, there's a few important variables that we need to be taking into consideration when we're creating content and how we structure our page. When we're looking at these variables, there are two buckets and or categories that we're looking at. The first category is on-page SEO. On-page SEO refers to all of the content and information that is actually on the page that you are trying to rank for. This includes information such as your title, such as title tags, whether we're using H1, H2, H3 headings appropriately, how we are writing the content, the formatting, the words on the page, the quality of the content on the page, as well as images that are used and the way in which we format images and other media files with alt text and file names, along with meta description and the keyword use throughout the page. Additionally, Google looks at other variables such as the number of backlinks and internal links in which relate back to this piece of content. Now, in order to rank on any page, we have to look at a few different variables. The first metric that you want to be aware of is what is your domain ranking or domain authority. Domain ranking or domain authority refers to the actual score between 0 to 100 that your site has that provides to Google information and insight to the level of authority you have online. The closer your score is to 100, the higher your ranking and authority actually is. Now, this is not the main determining factor for ranking on Google, but it is an important variable to take into consideration. Why? When Google is looking at all of the information that is online, it's always looking to do one thing: provide the most helpful and useful information to the user to end the searcher's query as fast as possible. And the way in which it does that is by providing information from relevant references and sources that are credible and have quality content and a proven track record. One of the ways it knows how to siphon out between content that may or may not be helpful or relevant is by looking at different domain authority rankings that impact which piece of content is positioned first. So the first thing that you want to understand is, what is your domain score? What is your domain ranking or domain authority? How far down the ladder are you? And what we want to look at here is we want to understand what are the keywords that we're trying to rank for. Because if we're trying to rank for a keyword, where when we go to the Google SERP, the search engine results page, and all of the domains that are ranking on the first page of Google have a domain authority that is far beyond where yours is, then what we're seeing here is that trying to create content to rank for this specific keyword is going to be very challenging in order for you to actually rank on the first page. So one of the things that we're looking for and how you can actually hack your way through creating content that ranks faster is by choosing variations of long tail and short tail keywords that allow you to have an actual chance at ranking on the first page of Google. So what are the metrics that we're looking for when deciding what content we want to rank for? The first metric that we're looking for is understanding the search volume and the keyword difficulty. The keyword difficulty is a metric that measures how challenging it will be to rank for that page or to rank on the first page of Google based on calculating all of the other pages that are currently ranking, the number of backlinks that they have, and the domain authority. When we see a keyword difficulty that is astronomically higher, then we know it's going to be a much more competitive space and harder to rank for. If you are just getting started out on your SEO journey, then you want to be choosing keywords that are ranking on keyword difficulty below 20. Ideally, the earlier your site is in its SEO journey, meaning your domain ranking or domain authority score is closer to 0, then the more you want to be choosing keywords that are also closer to a 1, 2, 3, 4, or below a 10. The higher that you go on keyword difficulty, oftentimes you'll see that there is a correlation with the amount of search volume, which also means that there is a lot more competition. The more competition that there is, the more challenging that it's going to be for you to rank for that keyword. So in order to start building your track record and to build your reputation, we want to target easy keyword difficulty words first, so that you can start ranking on the first page of Google for terms that might be a little bit more niche and a little bit more specific and have much lower search volume, but they still allow your site to start building authority. And by building authority through targeting long tail keywords and our short tail keywords that are very niche specific with low competition and lower keyword difficulty, you'll be able to start ranking on the first page of Google much faster. The more that you start to rank on the first page of Google, the more sites will start to refer to your domain, as well as more people seeing your content and clicking on your content, all of which are variables that start to contribute to your overall domain ranking and domain authority that will allow you to eventually start working towards trying to rank for more competitive and higher keyword difficulty ranking keywords. Now that we've covered the basis of understanding keyword difficulty and picking the right keywords to write content for, the next piece that we want to talk about is understanding how to actually create quality content and not just quantity of content. When we're looking at what Google's mission is, it's to provide and organize the information all over the world on the internet and give the quickest answer with the most relevant information to the user as fast as possible. So Google does not just want a bunch of keywords stuffed onto a page that have a bunch of information on it but isn't easy to read or understand and doesn't answer the question that the searcher is looking for. So not only does your content need to be optimized and have the proper keywords on it, it also needs to have quality content that appropriately answers the question that the user is searching for. This is the goal of Google. And so what you're doing is you're looking to see what is the content that is ranking for on the first page of Google. And can you actually create content that is better, that answers the question faster, and that provides a better insight than the content that's already there. The content that is currently ranking is your competition. And this is great. We want to look at that to do competitive analysis and understand what do we need to create to be even better at helping to solve the problem, answer the question, or provide information so that the searcher will want to come to our page. These are all KPIs and are key performance indicators that we want to look at, track, and measure to help us create better content to rank faster. The final thing that we're going to talk about in the second category is off-page SEO. And off-page SEO refers to things like backlinks, referring domains, other sites linking to you, social promotions, and has everything to do with how your site is viewed in the relation to other sites on the internet. The more referring domains that you have, the more backlinks that you have, the more people that you have sharing your content, the higher that your content will start to rank. So we want to make sure that not only are we creating quality content, but we're building quality relationships over time. So hopefully this video has provided a short insight into understanding the most important metrics to start to rank on Google. And ideally, you will start to work towards doing optimal keyword research to pick proper keywords that actually have an appropriate keyword difficulty score and search volume so that you can write content that ranks. If you enjoyed today's episode, please be sure to click below to hit subscribe and comment with any questions down below. We'll be happy to answer those. And if you'd like to take this a step further, be sure to download our free guide, 3 Phases to Building Your Business Beyond the Feed, where we cover exactly what needs to happen in order to grow your business without social media. Thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you in the next episode.